our first guest is here to help us celebrate Filipino Food Month with a delicious comfort food that the whole family will definitely love. We welcome back the creator of the food blog Urban Bliss Life, Marlynn Schotland. Great to see you.
Good to see you.
I am drooling over this recipe, and it's something I don't know if I've tried before, but all these ingredients are super familiar.
Yeah, so Filipino Giniling is also known as picadillo,
Right.
which a lot of people have heard of picadillo, whether it's the Cuban picadillo or Mexican picadillo.
Okay.
This is actually derived from that. A lot of Filipino food is derived from Spanish food, from Chinese food. It's a melting pot
It kind of
cuisine.
makes sense, yeah, that fusion of
Yeah.
cultures. So how do you start this?
Yeah, so I've started it already. I couldn't wait. We've got some olive oil, garlic, onions, and then we have some ground beef.
Okay.
You can use ground pork, you can use ground
sure.
turkey,
Yeah.
ground chicken. Pork tends to be a little bit more traditional in the Filipino version of
Okay.
it. But I really, and I don't even eat a lot of beef, but I love the beef flavor in
Yeah,
Giniling.
with all that seasoning in it too. Okay.
Yeah, so it's very, very simple. All easy ingredients you can find at your local grocery store.
Right.
So once this has started cooking, then we're going to add some of the vegetables
Okay.
here. So we've got some really nicely diced, finely diced carrots and potatoes.
Okay.
And just russet potatoes, medium-sized carrots, and then you're going to add those to the pot.
That's kind of fun. I'm thinking about for kiddos, the little bite-sized veggies that they'll get into.
Yeah, and this is so customizable, especially if
Yeah.
you've got kids. And you know, sometimes they go through different phases of foods that they like and foods that they don't like.
Sounds
so
familiar.
a little experience with
Yeah.
that. So you're gonna add that and you're gonna let that cook for a little bit.
Okay.
And then as that's cooking up, about halfway through that, you're gonna add the soy sauce. And this is really what makes it different as Filipino
Sure.
picadillo. You're gonna add some soy sauce to
Okay.
that. You can also add fish sauce and hoisin sauce at this point.
Oh, yum. That sounds
for a
amazing.
little bit of depth of flavor.
Okay.
And then tomato sauce.
Okay.
Just very simple tomato sauce, canned tomato sauce, jarred tomato sauce,
Okay,
whatever you've
easy.
got in your pantry.
So how much of, I guess, what texture are you going for when you're watching your potatoes and carrots, your kind of heartier veggies?
You really, it's personal preference.
Right.
I really like the potatoes, you know, to be nice and soft, but still have a little bit of a bite to
Okay.
them. Same thing with the carrots, which is why I add them earlier on.
Sure, okay.
And then actually later, we're gonna add some more veggies.
Okay.
Veggies on veggies.
There you go.
And so we're gonna mix it all up, and you can see it's got like that nice mixture with the tomato sauce and the soy
You
sauce.
can smell it all coming together too.
It's
That's
a
so
super
nice.
rich sauce, which I love. It's nice and thick.
Yeah.
You can also thin it down. I sometimes will add a little bit of water.
Okay.
If you find that it's getting too thick and your sauce is kind of getting eaten up by the heat,
Sure.
you can add a little bit of water, and that just helps it cook for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Like if the potatoes are bigger, you know, slices that need a little bit more cooking.
Right. Okay.
So then we're gonna add, I have red bell peppers. You can add green bell peppers,
Yum.
orange, yellow. You can leave the bell peppers out if
Sure.
you've got kids who are like, I don't want that.
This is a great way to sneak some extra veggies in too.
Yes.
Protein and veggies, I mean, that's a great starting point. This is
Yeah.
healthy. We're making healthy choices.
Yes, yes. Okay, and then if you don't mind adding some of those peas
Okay.
in. And I love adding peas to a lot of these types of dishes. One, most
sauce
kids
so
like
good.
peas, right?
They
Or
do.
they just ignore them.
Yeah.
And that's okay too.
They're non-threatening veggie.
Yes, yes. Oh, I like that description of them. But they also add some nice color to the dish
Yeah,
as
they
well.
are nice and bright.
Yeah, and then at this point you can taste it. You can add some salt and pepper.
Okay.
And in Filipino food, it tends to be a little bit sweet.
Right.
We have a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
So I add a little bit of sugar. I'm definitely not going to add this whole thing.
Okay.
Some people might.
Some people might. That's okay.
But just a little bit of sugar helps balance out some of those umami flavors that we're getting
Yeah.
from the soy sauce, especially if you're adding like fish sauce. This tends to have a little bit more salt to it, so
Sure.
that balances it all out.
And kind of the sweetness of the tomato too. It seems like it would all kind of marry really nicely
Yes.
together.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And then at this point, you know, once it's all done cooking, you can add some fresh herbs. We've got some chopped parsley there if
Should
you
we
want to
dump
add
her
some of
in?
those. Yeah.
Love that. Yum.
You can also add chopped green onions at this point.
Oh, I love green onions in basically everything.
Yeah, they
So
add
good.
a nice little bite to the finish
Especially
right
in
there.
the spring season. They're that nice freshness, yeah.
Yeah, we are in a great season for fresh herbs and veggies right now.
Okay.
So that's it. One pot.
So
right?
easy.
You can just serve this as it is, but I like to serve it with rice.
Look at this gorgeous display that we have done here. I gotta dig in.
Yeah, definitely
Ooh, it's
dig
nice
in.
and
I'm
warm
gonna dig
too.
into this guy too.
And do you do like a white rice, or are there different kinds of rices that you like to serve it over?
I love to serve it on white rice because my kids prefer white rice. I like it on brown rice as well. Quinoa, it's really good with. Couscous, a lot of different options. So yeah, and you've got all those different
That
veggies
is
in
so
there.
good. But you get lots of depth of flavor without it being overly spicy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You can definitely add some hot sauce to it if you want.
Sure.
And I know people who do.
If somebody in your household, only one person wants their spice, they can add it
Right.
themselves. Not everyone has to suffer through,
Right.
sweat through the meal.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is delicious. It was great to see you.
Thanks.
Thank
Good
you
to
so
see
much.
you.
I'm happy we got to celebrate Filipino Food Month with you.
Me too.
So special.
Thanks so much.
We will have this recipe and more information about Marlynn and her blog, Urban Bliss Life, on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.